Tyler Guyton, Zach Martin, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Smith. That's the list of names that have missed time on the Cowboys offensive line this year. Yet, somehow with all of those injuries, they've actually improved over the past month of the season running the ball. They've been dominating up front at least the past 3 games and guided Rico Dowdle to back-to-back 100-yard games. But how did they do it? That's what we're going to look at in today's video, so let's get into it. There are 4 plays that I wanted to look at from the Bengals game and kind of get an idea of what Dallas did so well up front. For the first play and the first big hitter of the day for Dallas is on an inside trap. Tyler Smith is going to cross the back of Cooper Beebe. Brock Hoffman is going to head fake the defensive tackle. That way, the defensive tackle gets into position for Smith to seal off that block. From there, Hoffman has to climb up to the second level at the linebacker. Now, on this play, it doesn't work perfectly, but guys do their jobs enough, and then Rico has to make some things work. The first thing that kind of threw off this play was the slant inside by the defensive tackle. Kind of throws off the rhythm and messes with Brock Hoffman getting to the second level. And like I said, this defensive tackle does get upfield. Tyler Smith seals off the defender, and although Beebe gives up a little too much on the inside to the other defensive tackle, he's able to climb to the second level and get his hands on a linebacker. So after a little bit of congestion, Hoffman's able to climb up to that linebacker, makes that block, while Rico at the line of scrimmage makes this guy miss. And next thing you know, it's an open running lane for a 12-yard gain on first down. Not a perfect play, but Dallas was able to do something that they couldn't do for the first 10 weeks of the season. Chunk plays on the ground. Speaking of chunk plays, let's look at our next one. The Cowboys once again are going to go with an inside run. This time though, it's about who is stronger up front, and watch the movement that Dallas is able to get at the line of scrimmage. This ball is snapped at the 41-yard line. By the time that Rico gets to the line of scrimmage to make this cut, the Bengals are already being pushed back 2 to 3 yards. This is the kind of movement that we used to see from the Cowboys offensive line in like 2014, 2015, 2016. And granted, the Bengals defensive line has struggled all year, but this is what you want to see your offensive line doing, just dominating up front. And one of the most impressive parts is Tyler Smith. This is the stuff that is just so underappreciated until you watch the film. Him and Cooper Beebe are on this combo block. They push that guy 2 yards back, but it's Smith's patience because he sees the linebacker kind of flat-footed standing in the gap, but as soon as the linebacker takes a small step inward, Smith pulls off the combo and seals off that running lane beautifully. And then from there, Rico does a good job of seeing the running lane, making a cut, and the linebacker does force the run inside a little bit. That leads to Dowdle going one-on-one just straight up with the safety. He's able to break that tackle and then picks up another 8 to 10 yards after contact. Beautiful movement up front. A good run by Rico Dowdle leads to a 19-yard gain. We didn't see this early in the season. A nice run. Now, at this point in the game, the offensive line has changed. Brock Hoffman is at center for Cooper Beebe, who went out of the game with a concussion. And then you have TJ Bass slide in at right guard in place of Hoffman. For McCarthy, we're finally going to get a little bit of outside run action going. Tyler Smith, Terrence Steele, and Brevin Spann-Ford are responsible for pinning their blocks. They're blocking inward like this. Once again, watch Tyler Smith. A man that size should not be moving like that. Stepping in front of the defensive tackle just so effortlessly to cut him off. Smith does a great job along with Steele and Spann-Ford at pinning their blocks. TJ Bass is going to pull, and now it's Lipke and Bass as your lead blockers. Lipke squares up his block on the corner. That looks like he has no interest in making this play. The corner just was not interested. Bass does the same thing, perfectly finding the defender out in space, and now look at this running lane. This is about as easy as it gets for a running back. Rico does a nice job following his blocks. It's nothing fancy, just hits the gap at full speed, and it's a 27-yard gain. Man, it's so good to see this offensive line finally moving people. Now, I might end up making a separate video about this entirely because it needs to be addressed, but after that play right there, Rico ran the ball 2 more times in this game. 2. The Cowboys gashed the Bengals for runs of 6, 7, 7, 14. And after that, Rico touched the ball 2 more times, which should be considered a crime in the state of Texas, but I digress. Before we continue, I wanted to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, BETUS. We have much more than just football, basketball, baseball, hockey, tennis, even surfing. I mean, you name it, BETUS has it. But we all really like football around here, and they have NFL futures like the Super Bowl winner, conference winners, division winners, playoff specials, all of those fun future odds. They have you covered. The possibilities really are endless with BETUS. If you sign up today, you'll get a 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your next two. So go check out BETUS, where the game begins. And this final play that we're going to watch is the last Rico Dowdle carry of the game. With 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, tied ball game, Dallas had to lean on their run game. And to get things started, they did. The offensive line just completely washes the Bengals defensive line off the map. Rico cuts back up the field, breaks the tackle, and carries the ball for a 14-yard gain on the first play of that drive. With this play call, it sets up perfectly. They kind of caught the Bengals with their pants down here because Cincinnati slants at the line. They all slant inside, and it works out so well because Steele and Bass just push their guys right out of the play. The entire line just collapses on itself, and look at this still shot. Honestly, incredible that an NFL defense can even look like that. But even though the Bengals got dominated all game up front, after that play, Mike McCarthy said, nah, I'm good. Let's throw the ball 3 times with Cooper Rush. I don't want to win this ball game. But after that play, that kind of dominant run, Mike McCarthy said, nah, I'm good. Let's throw the ball 3 times in a row with Cooper Rush. I don't really want to win this game. Mike must be Team Tank as well. And like I said, I plan on making a video about that because even though Dallas put up a really good fight in this game, I think their head coach sabotaged them. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you all, and I'll see you back this week with another video.